My name is George East, and I have been asked to depart a few of my memories of World War II, which to me happened 65 years ago. To bring everyone up to date, there were 1 million men approximately in the armed forces during World War II, of which there are approximately 250,000 left. I joined up when I turned 19. Our equipment, if you look on it, it was laughable. Our outfit had a 300-watt heavy-duty wireless set mounted in a 3-ton truck and we towed a 1,500-watt Onan gasoline generator behind it. And its range on a good day was 250 to 300 miles. Today, a kid with a cell phone can talk to Australia with no problems at all. When we got to Vimy, we were trained there for approximately 3 months, where we had to learn the Morse code and how to operate the various pieces of equipment that we were issued. And then we're put on the train, sent to Halifax, put on a boat, and transported over to England in a convoy that has 80 ships in it. About halfway across, 4 of those ships were sunk by German submarines. They were tankers. And we were allowed to come up at night to watch them burn but the convoy kept on going. 11 days later, we landed in Scotland. We spent a couple of months there, training again. And then we were sent to Form, miles outside of London. And we spent almost 2 years there. And then, lo and behold, we wound up, one day we were sent to Dover, England, and 20 miles across the English Channel from Calais, France, which was German occupied. We were told to work down in the bowels of Dover Castle with British troops, a few Americans, and a few Canadians. And all we did, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, was send wireless messages to an unknown source, which turned out to be Plymouth, England. Well, we didn't even know about this until the war was all over. It was the biggest hoax that was ever put over on the German army. We sent messages 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which were all coded for the Germans to pick up. They were so coded that they figured they could read them. And the idea was to let on that we were going to invade from Dover to Calais at any given time. And on the fields and hills above Dover, there were fields covered with tanks, guns, mortars, you name it, all big rubber toys blown up on the field, and authentic looking from the air. And the German Air Force was allowed to come across and take pictures. That developed into what they call Operation Fortitude. It was a complete army commanded by the then retired General Patton of the American Army, and they had a headquarters, they had everything to make it into a complete, utter. And we were entrained by convoy. We went up to London, through London, to the ports of London, where we mounted onto ships and went onto the Channel in preparation for D-Day. We bobbed around on that channel for 4 or 5 days. I got violently seasick because it was a storm at the time. And we had to wait until we landed on D-Day plus 12. After we disembarked from our troop transports and we took off from there, and at just a little after we got going, the war really got going, and the Germans were fleeing, and we were in hot pursuit. We never stopped for about 2 weeks straight. Just one of those nights we were established right on top of a German burial ground, and they were about 15 inches to 2 feet below the surface. And boy, did they stink. After that, we went on into a little village called Oldenburg, where, with us, the war ended on May the 8th, 1945. That was about 45 months after I joined up. Well, that's all I have to say. I wish you all luck. Hope you don't have to go to Afghanistan, but we'd like you to know what we had to do so that our todays can be your tomorrow. Thank you.